Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Pacers Daily. I am your host, Hery Acosta. Well, I mean, we tried. Like, we genuinely tried. But sorry, I'm kind of messing around my light a little bit because I genuinely don't even know where to put it. But I know. Let's just hop right into it. You know how I usually have like the little sidebars as like actual topics. I thought this was funny. I don't know why, but we're just gonna go with it. Um, it's about to be Friday. This video will be coming out on Friday, so we're just gonna have some fun. A 114, 113 loss to New York, where we were pretty much winning the whole game. We were 43 of 93 from the field, 11 of 34 from three, 16 of 18 from the free throw line, 56 rebounds, 22 assists, 8 steals, 6 blocks. Those aren't bad team stats. Now, we somehow did have more offensive rebounds than they did, but here's the problem: they were missing two of their best players. Also, Mikal Bridges ended up actually popping off today. Brunson, Brunson has a Brunson game. That's just how Brunson plays. But 25, 7, and 7 for Brunson. I'm not mad that we lost. It just sucks that we had that game in our hands and just ended up not winning. But, sometimes that's just how life works. So I'm not gonna be too upset. Plus, I mean, at the end I'm gonna talk about how we kind of just tanked this game perfectly because, that's we lost this game, but we played very well. But the worst things about recording these videos at night is the fact that the lighting is just never like perfect. But yeah, this is probably the best we're gonna get. So let's continue on to like some of the stats, right? And talk about the main man, Andrew Nemhard. 31 points on 12 of 19 shooting. Towards the end of the game, he kind of started struggling though. But to be fair, there's a lot of times where they missed fouls on us. Now we went into the fourth quarter of a 6-point lead. So as long as they didn't win the quarter by more than 6, we would want to win this game, and they won the quarter by 7, of course. We only scored 21 in the fourth. Second and fourth quarters have just been flat out abysmal recently. We had a 26-point second quarter while they had 34. But we did play this game very well. Our starting lineup came into play: 26 for Siakam, 31 for Nemhard, 16 for Matherin, 10 for Q, 6 points for Huff, and he also had 2 blocks. Huff was struggling tonight, was 2 for 7, 0 for 5 from 3. Big game off the bench for Jackson when it came to the boards. 10 rebounds, 8 points for McConnell, 6 points for Walker. Tony Bradley left the game early with a thumb injury, so we're going to be monitoring that. Hopefully it's nothing serious, of course, but he only did play 3 minutes. Ethan Thompson just played. He didn't do much there, but for the Knicks, Tyler Kolek had a crazy game off the bench, 16 and 11, 18 points off the bench for Jordan Clarkson. Most of them were threes. 16 points for Anunoby. I already mentioned the 22 and 25 from Bridges and Brunson, respectively. They were starting a bunch of random players like Diawara and Hukporti, who usually don't even get minutes, as Diawara has only played 17 games this year, averaging less than a point. And Hukporti, if I'm not mistaken, was averaging only a point per game before this game. He's only played 16 games this year as well. And Trey Jamison played in his third game this year. Well, technically his fourth. But he finally got on the board this year, 5 points and 5 rebounds. Good game from him. So we tried. But I want to talk about the blown lead now. We were up 18 in the second. Then, well, actually in the first. We were up 18 in the first. And then we kind of blew that a little bit. But then we kept on letting them get close. But then we went on a run until the end where they went on their own run and finally passed us, and we just couldn't fully come back. Now we took the lead by 2, and then Brunson hit that really good 3. Now that last play is something I kind of do want to talk about. That last play, Siakam lost his footing, and it just turned out to be an absolutely awful play. I don't know, we got the steal. went the other way. Obviously, it was a block, but we didn't have time to put it back up or Hail Mary that basketball across the court. So just not a very good, well drawn play at the end. I don't know if that was it was supposed to be Siakam grabs it, goes in, shoots the two. It's kind of the same he did against Chicago when we made that game winner. But this game now puts us at 6-21, which we're still second to last in the East, with Washington losing today as well. But I want to talk about tanking in a fun way. This game was fun. I actually genuinely enjoyed watching this game. I think we played very well. I genuinely enjoyed watching the Pacers play today. There's some games where it's just like you're watching a JV team going up against an NBA team. The game against the Wizards, we looked like a JV team compared to a professional basketball team, and even the Wizards couldn't even pass off as a basketball team half the time. But just you know, it's good to see the Pacers genuinely just trying and actually trying to win games, knowing that this game has kind of been a lost cause. But you always want your team to go out there and just play their hearts out. Whether they win, whether they lose, you want your team to put up the best basketball they can play. So that's why I say that's a very good tank job today, because you played hard and you showed that next year you can genuinely be competitive when you have your whole roster. So I'm actually very excited for that. I'm very excited for us to have that whole roster next year. So, can't really say much about it. But hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Thank you all for watching. I'm Hery Acosta. This is Pacers Daily. Boom, baby. And go, Sirs.